Hey Aquarius, welcome to your weekly forecast for August 31st through September 6th. We've got our fall theme going on here. We're going to see what's happening the week ahead with this lovely tarot deck here. And then we are going to pull an oracle message for you all from this deck here. So without further ado, my darling Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising, let's see what's going on for you guys in the week ahead. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. One more shuffle here, and let's get right on into it. So your first card here, Aquarius, is the King of Wands. So King of Wands could typically indicate a fire sign energy or fire sign person. Some of you could be dealing with a Sagittarius, an Aries, or a Leo. Or if you have any fire placements in your chart, this could be this aspect of yourself coming to the surface. Now, regardless of whether or not you know any fire sign people, regardless of whether or not you have fire in your chart, the King of Wands is a card about making and creating opportunities, okay? The King of Wands is the self-made man, or we can say woman, you know, whatever, the self-made person, right? But it indicates that masculine energy of action. And the story of the King of Wands that I read once, and I wish I could remember where I read it, but someone had told a story how King of Wands was not born into royalty. He didn't become king because of, you know, who his parents were, but he rose up during a difficult and challenging time. We're kind of in a difficult and challenging time right now worldwide. And the King of Wands noticed that there wasn't a whole lot of opportunities, so he created opportunities. He found a way to rise above it. He found a way to bring in what he needs, his physical needs and necessities. He created opportunity, and he cared about everybody else, and he tried to, you know, mentor and show others the way. And for that reason, they said, hey, we want you to be our leader. We want you to be our king, right? So Aquarius, many of you might be rising up in this difficult and challenging time. Maybe you've been tired of trying to get some promotion or get some job, and things have felt very stuck or stagnant. You may be creating opportunity. You may be finding ways to put your skills to use, to create an income here, or to go out there and talk to people and to meet people and to create an opportunity, right? Maybe you haven't seen any good jobs posted, but you might be reaching out and talking to acquaintances and networks and connections. And, you know, some of you might even be presenting yourself as like, here's how I could be good for you. Here's how I could be good for your company. You're going out and you're creating the opportunity because you're not seeing enough available or enough ready. King of Wands is also very confident, very charismatic. So it can even indicate that some of you are creating opportunity through social interactions. Now, keep in mind, social interactions might be done in a very different way right now, right? It could be online, it could be Zoom, it could be someone you're talking to from a 6-foot distance, you know, but it could be something that you're creating through talking to your like personal friends, or something that you're creating on your personal time instead of on business time, but creating opportunity nonetheless. Okay, very driven, very powerful energy here. Your next card here, my dears. Oh my gosh, I just got chills. Ooh, I just got chills. Aquarius. It's you, my darlings. It's you. It's the Star, right? Now, if you watch my readings, you've heard me say that the major arcana cards are very significant. And you may have heard me say that when your, or I should point this way, your major arcana card comes up in a reading, it's very, very auspicious. It's a very good sign. It's letting us know that the situation that you're dealing with is directly connected with the moment of awakening in which you see your power, you see your true self, you see your beauty, your intelligence, your gifts, your talents. You see how wonderful you are. Okay, there's a stage of awakening that sometimes doesn't feel so good when we see the ways in which we could have handled things better, or we kind of say, oh, that was kind of my bad. I don't know if people say my bad still, but that was my fault. I shouldn't have done that way. And that part might not feel so good. But there's also this part of awakening when we see our worth, we see our value, we see and we recognize what we have to offer to bring about beauty and joy and happiness in this world. And we see that a lot of the things that we thought were negative about us are actually tools and gifts and things that, when applied wisely, can help us go very, very far. So Aquarius, this is your card. The star is the card for Aquarius. And so a lot of you are going to be receiving attention and recognition. A lot of you are making a name for yourself. And the most beautiful thing about the star card is that it basically is saying, go ahead and make those long-term plans. Okay? That you're going to find a way to make things happen. You're going to find a way to make things work. Your next card here is Four of Swords. So you have a lot of big energy. You've got this fast moving energy. You've got these opportunities. You've got these maybe even projects or collaborations. You may even be receiving attention. I feel there's a very, very specific message with this arrangement or order of cards for those of you Aquarius who have been running some kind of a business or starting some kind of a business. You may have been very frustrated in that you're like, oh, I'm not getting the level of customers or clients that I wanted. I'm not getting the level of business that I wanted. And you may have felt kind of discouraged. I feel like there's a lot of attention coming your way this week, maybe even next week or in the coming week, where it's going to be busy. It's going to be a very busy time for you. And it's going to leave you, because of this Four of Swords, it's going to leave you feeling mentally and emotionally exhausted. Okay? So it's important that once this work gets done, even if it's not self-employment, maybe you've been wanting a job, maybe you've been wanting a promotion, something is coming in, and though it's a good thing, and though it's keeping you busy, you're going to feel mentally and emotionally exhausted. Now, the Four of Swords says you need to take time to rest, to recoup, to recover, to replenish, to pray, to meditate, to make your spiritual connection, and to just kind of restore yourself. Okay, you need a bit of a break. And what you're going to realize, those of you that are like, oh my gosh, where is my blessing? Where's the business? Where's the promotion? Where's the things that I've been wanting for so long? You're going to realize something that a lot of people don't realize. When we go into like a path of receiving after going through a lot of financial hardship, or having a poverty line that we may have been born into, right? And we're trying to break out of that. We're trying to come into more abundance. That might not be, we might not come from an abundant family line. We may come from a family line where there's been a lot of struggle. Or maybe you mastered that, and maybe you were really good with making money, but now you might be in the thing of trying to get into like self-employment. That requires a lot of faith, right? That requires a lot of faith, because ultimately you're going into it with this trust and this belief that you're going to keep doing what you're doing, and that the business is going to keep coming in. Obviously, you can't take that leap until you've had consistent success coming in for a while, to where you have money saved and you have money, to move forward. But both of these things have the thing in common of being able to receive that success. When we start receiving, or when we start coming into a higher vibration, ascending our vibration, coming into a higher level of success, there's a certain degree of release that happens with that. And that can be absolutely exhausting because you're growing. It's growth, and growth takes energy. And so you're realizing, whoa, okay, maybe I'm not going to try to manifest for the business to grow as quickly I want it to, or to move up the career ladder as quickly I want it to, because I'm realizing that I got some release to do. I've got some like emotional and physical catching up to do for what I'm wanting to manifest in my desire. So rest, 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 rest. It's really important. And a lot of people don't understand, or they don't realize, or they forget that rest is just as important as hard work when it comes to manifesting, because it helps us keep ourselves grounded so that we're making good decisions. It helps us take time to connect with our higher power so that we're in the flow, and so that we are in a really kind of stable energy, okay, in that energy of faith and belief. And it just helps us to recharge, to recharge and to restore ourselves, and to be able to go back into our work refreshed. And if we're refreshed, we're gonna do better. Your next card here, Aquarius, is Eight of Cups. I love, love, love that this card is coming up for you guys. I love that this card is coming up for you guys. Okay. Eight of Cups can be seen as a card in which you're kind of going and searching for something more meaningful, right? You feel like something's missing and you're ready to search to see if you can find it. But one thing that I really love about the image on this card is it has a double meaning, okay? On one aspect, on one side, it can indicate that, she's maybe cutting her hair here as a level of like leaving behind the old to kind of, come into this new energy, get rid of the old days, the old energy, the old times, as a sense of clearing or cleansing. But what I think about when I see this card, in the Bible, and I don't mean to get all biblical, I just bring it up because it was drilled in my head since I was a little kid. And I don't know any other book to reference, religious book. But in the Bible, and maybe even in certain cultures, let me know in the comments, guys, especially those of you who do not come from an American culture. If you come from, anywhere in the world, let me know if this is true in any of your cultures. Cutting hair can be symbolic of taking away somebody's power, right? We have the story of Samson and Delilah. Samson was very strong, and he was this, wonderful soldier, and he could beat up all the bad guys and do all these amazing things with his master, freakishly strong strength. And Delilah cut his hair, right? She got the secret out of him, where his power came from, where his energy came from. He said, my hair. And he had beautiful long hair, and she just said, oh, okay, because she was a spy, and she wanted to help the bad guys. So she went ahead and she chopped off his hair, and Samson was not strong anymore. He couldn't do anything, right? He couldn't do anything after that. He became very weak. And he had to wait for his hair to grow before he could, that's a whole, I'm not going to get into that. But so don't take away your power in this situation. In fact, some of you might be seeking someone to come in on this next stage. And Spirit is saying if you do that, you're basically handing them the scissors, to chop off your hair for you, to take away your power, and to, kind of dictate where you're going. But this is about you dictating, right? We can even take it from the standpoint of when people go through breakups, they do crazy things with their hair. They want to change their life. They want to change their energy. They want to find something new. So Eight of Cups is this new energy, new energy of going out and finding fulfillment, right? It's not just about the money or the relationship or the, you know, property or where you're living, but it's about the connection and the fulfillment and the fullness. Don't give away your power, okay? Don't give away your power. And just be in the energy of moving forward. You know, see yourself as capable and confident and able to take these steps to find yourself, right? You know, who you are and what's fulfilling and important to you. So we're going to go ahead. Oh, and Eight of Cups is making the spiritual connection real quick. So Eight of Cups also comes with like kind of this warning that says you might be accomplishing a lot of goals and you're about to accomplish a really big goal right now. But if you don't have your spiritual connection, you're not going to be able to enjoy it, because you're going to always feel like something is missing. No matter what you do, no matter what you achieve, you will always feel like something is missing until you have made that spiritual connection. And if you can honor that Four of Swords energy and give yourself time to rest, to rejuvenate, to recuperate, and to pray and to meditate, that Eight of Swords path is going to happen a lot more automatically, to where you're finding the fulfillment, you're feeling fulfilled, and you're able to enjoy your life. So we're going to see what oracle message is coming up for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. As always, I encourage you guys to check out the love and romance readings for the month. Those are linked in the description. And you can schedule a private reading with me through the Calendly link in the description of the video. So Aquarius, the card you have is Tapestry, right? Everything is connected. Everything is connected, okay? Some of you may be collaborating, or you know how we talked about creating an opportunity. Some of you are getting very smart. You might be like, oh, well, you know, I have a friend that does this, I have a friend that does that. You might be putting together a project. You might be orchestrating and putting together a collaboration, and you're thinking of who has what talents and bringing them together to create something. For other ones of you, this is just that whole kind of seeing how beautiful and wonderful and amazing you are, going through this awakening and seeing how all the different aspects of you make up you. They're all you. There's nothing to judge. There's nothing to criticize. There's nothing to condemn. It's all a part of who you are, right? It's that wholeness of you, and that each aspect of you serves like it has a place, it has a reason, right? You can't just, you know, pull it out and be done with it. So being in this sense of wholeness too with this card. I invite you guys to look at the card and see what message jumps out at you. Again, my dears, I encourage you to watch your Moon, Sun, Rising Sun if you haven't already. Check out the love readings and angel readings for the month of September. I thank you all so very much for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Don't forget Amethyst Angellight, Instagram and Facebook, daily card of the day, daily pick-a cards, and every month I give away prizes on there. So be sure to be around for that as well. Alrighty, thanks for watching, my darlings. Take care.